Everyone knows Jennifer Lawrence, the awards, the blockbusters, the viral interviews. But the man she married? Most fans still have to Google his name. How did one of Hollywood's biggest stars end up with a quiet art dealer who avoids red carpets, shuns fame, and almost never appears by her side in public? And why did Jennifer herself admit she didn't even know he was hot or single when they first met? Because the story of Cooke Maroney isn't a typical Hollywood love story at all, and what happened after that first meeting changed Jennifer Lawrence's life forever. Nobody saw Cooke Maroney coming, not the fans, not the tabloids, not even Jennifer herself. When Jennifer first heard his name, she didn't picture a future husband. She later admitted her initial reaction was pure confusion. What kind of name is Cooke Maroney? What do I even call him? At the time, she wasn't looking for romance at all. She was looking to buy art. That was it. Then the moment shifted. Jennifer suddenly realized the man standing in front of her wasn't just an art dealer. He was attractive, single, and completely outside the Hollywood bubble she'd been living in for years. She described that instant of surprise as a genuine whoa moment. No expectations, no spotlight, just chemistry catching her off guard. What made it even more unexpected was who Cooke wasn't. He wasn't an actor chasing roles. He wasn't a producer name-dropping connections. He didn't treat her like a celebrity. There was no performance, no pressure, no Hollywood energy at all. And that difference hit her immediately. Friends later noticed something they hadn't seen before. Jennifer seemed calmer, more grounded, almost protected. And while fans were still trying to figure out who this mystery man was, Jennifer already felt something deeper, the sense that this wasn't another chapter, but the start of something entirely new. And that realization, it was only the beginning. At first glance, Cooke Maroney looks like a mystery because he stays out of the spotlight. But once you step into his world, it becomes clear why he stands so differently from everyone Jennifer dated before. Cooke isn't part of Hollywood at all. No movies, no red carpets, no chasing fame. He lives in a totally different world, the elite, private, and extremely powerful art scene. Since 2022, he's been the director of Gladstone Gallery, one of the most respected modern and contemporary art galleries in the world, with locations stretching from New York to Brussels to Seoul. This isn't trendy Instagram art. This is museum-level influence and serious money moving behind closed doors. People who know him describe Cooke as someone who actually understands art, not someone chasing status. Reports from inside the art scene say he has a sharp eye and solid taste, appreciating both contemporary work and classic modernism. In an industry full of loud personalities and flashy deals, Cooke built his name by being the opposite, measured, thoughtful, and low-key. That foundation didn't come out of nowhere. Cooke studied art history at NYU and followed directly in his father's footsteps. His father, James Maroney, was a major art dealer who worked with powerhouse auction houses like Christie's and Sotheby's. Art wasn't just Cooke's job, it was the language he grew up speaking. And while Jennifer Lawrence dominates movie screens, Cooke commands a different kind of room. No red carpets, no press tours, just influence that doesn't need attention to exist. But once you understand who Cooke really is, another question naturally follows. How much power does he actually hold? Behind Cooke Maroney's quiet presence is a level of power most people never see coming. In the art world, influence isn't loud. It doesn't come with paparazzi or headlines. It comes from who trusts your taste, and Cooke has that trust. Insiders have described him as someone who isn't chasing clout, but still moves in rooms where decisions shape careers and fortunes. He's not the flashiest name in the business, but he's respected, and in that world, respect is everything. Money naturally follows that kind of influence. Several reports estimate Cooke Maroney's net worth around $25 million. Not celebrity-level flashy, but quietly massive, especially when you remember this wealth comes from art, not fame. Meanwhile, Jennifer Lawrence's net worth is estimated to be well over $100 million, and that contrast is important. This isn't a relationship built on imbalance or dependency. Cooke doesn't live in Jennifer's shadow, and he doesn't need her success to define him. He has his own world, his own reputation, and his own power. That dynamic is reportedly one of the reasons their relationship feels so steady. There's no competition, no ego clash, just two people dominating completely different industries. Friends have hinted that Jennifer finds comfort in that separation. When she leaves movie sets and award shows behind, she steps into Cooke's world, one that's calmer, more controlled, and far away from Hollywood chaos. And maybe that's the secret ingredient. But power and money weren't what pulled them together in the first place, and the way their relationship unfolded next surprised everyone. From the outside, it looked sudden, but inside their world, it felt inevitable. Jennifer Lawrence and Cooke Maroney started dating in 2018, and almost immediately, something felt different. There were no staged appearances, no public declarations, just quiet dinners, private time, and a relationship unfolding far from cameras. Friends noticed that Jennifer wasn't just happy, she was settled, grounded in a way they hadn't seen before. Less than a year later, engagement rumors exploded when Jennifer was spotted wearing a ring. For fans, it felt fast, but Jennifer later admitted she hadn't even been thinking about marriage before Cooke. She said she wasn't at a place where she wanted to settle down until she met him. And then everything clicked. According to people close to the couple, Cooke never treated her like a movie star. He challenged her, made her laugh, kept her on her toes, and that normalcy mattered more than grand gestures ever could. Jennifer herself said she didn't hesitate. When she knew, she knew. The decision felt easy, natural, almost obvious. In interviews, she described Cooke as the greatest person she'd ever met, not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, certain way that left no room for doubt. They didn't rush because of pressure, they moved fast because neither of them saw a reason to wait. And before anyone fully caught up to their story, they were already planning a wedding that would shock just about everyone. When Jennifer Lawrence and Cooke Maroney tied the knot in October 2019, it wasn't just a wedding, it was Hollywood's best-kept secret finally bursting into the spotlight. The ceremony took place at the luxurious Belcourt of Newport Mansion in Rhode Island, a venue that perfectly blended elegance with privacy. Around 150 guests were invited, including some of Hollywood's biggest names: Adele, Emma Stone, Kris Jenner, Amy Schumer, and Ashley Olsen. Even the rehearsal dinner boasted a star-studded guest list with Nicole Richie, Joel Madden, Cameron Diaz, and Sienna Miller. It was lavish, yes, but still intimate, very much in line with how Jennifer and Cooke had navigated their relationship. Despite the grandeur, Jennifer later admitted she hated being a bride. She described the experience as stressful, constantly worrying about whether her guests were enjoying themselves. She even recalled pulling Robert De Niro aside during the outdoor rehearsal, whispering for him to go home because he looked uncomfortable. It wasn't about the fame or the spotlight. It was about making sure the people she cared about felt at ease. Her dress, a stunning Dior creation, was classic yet understated, reflecting the couple's style, high profile but not showy. And while the event was a spectacle by Hollywood standards, Jennifer and Cooke kept the focus on what truly mattered: their commitment to each other. The event was just the beginning of their journey together, a journey that would soon include building a family and navigating life far away from the public eye. Jennifer Lawrence and Cooke Maroney have built a family life that feels almost intentionally invisible in a world that thrives on visibility. They live in New York City's West Village in a $21.9 million townhouse, a home that balances luxury with privacy. While Jennifer has owned properties in Beverly Hills and Manhattan, the couple has focused on creating a base that feels calm, controlled, and removed from Hollywood chaos. They're rarely seen together on red carpets, and paparazzi glimpses of them are usually limited to quick walks or family errands. Everyday life matters more than flashing cameras. Jennifer has spoken about the joy she finds in ordinary moments, like grocery shopping with Cooke, simple private acts that symbolize partnership and teamwork. These small, private routines are almost revolutionary for someone constantly in the public eye, and they reveal the deliberate choices that keep their relationship grounded. Cooke's quiet presence complements Jennifer's whirlwind career. He doesn't chase fame, he doesn't compete, and he doesn't need to be noticed. Friends say he anchors her, providing stability and normalcy in a world that rarely allows it. Together, they've chosen balance, a life filled with love, laughter, and family, shielded from the relentless glare of Hollywood. And maybe that's the real takeaway. In a world obsessed with fame, flashing cameras, and headline-making drama, Jennifer Lawrence and Cooke Maroney stand out for exactly the opposite reason. Their love story isn't built on spectacle, social media clout, or Hollywood parties. It's built on quiet understanding, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to family. Cooke provides the calm Jennifer's life desperately needed, and she brings warmth, humor, and unshakable loyalty to him. Together, they've chosen privacy over publicity, home over red carpets, and authenticity over appearances. It's a marriage that defies Hollywood norms, yet somehow feels perfectly suited to both of them. Maybe that's the real takeaway. In a world where everyone is performing, sometimes the most powerful love story is the one that happens off camera. And for Jennifer Lawrence and Cooke Maroney, it seems that keeping life private, protecting their children, and building a family on their own terms isn't just a choice, it's the secret to their lasting happiness. And that leaves us with one question for fans. In a world obsessed with gossip and drama, could the quietest marriage in Hollywood actually be the strongest one of all?